I am almost at a loss for words, guys. For those of you that have been watching me for the last several years, you know that is a hard feat to achieve. Now, who here remembers Astellia Online? Granted, probably not that many of you, considering its player base has pretty much plummeted ever since its release, but it is a buy-to-play MMORPG that launched within the last year, or roughly around the last year. Now, this is troubling news for anyone that is still currently playing the game, and I cannot believe that the developers behind the game would actually do this to their player base. This is a disgusting, detestable thing to do. But if you guys recall, I did a video on a brand new, I think it's technically an overhaul, or not necessarily an overhaul, it is like a revamp of Astellia. They're titling it Astellia Royal, but at the time, all we knew was that this game was going to release within South Korea. Now, within the last couple days, they actually made an announcement on their website that the game is going to be available completely worldwide, internationally, globally. That's right, Astellia Online is going to remain buy to play, but if you guys weren't aware, Astellia Royal is going to be a free-to-play version of Astellia. Like, who thought that was a good idea? Like, Astellia Online, but pay to win and free-to-play with a cash shop? Like, are we serious right now? It is being run by the exact same developer as well, and the servers, which for the buy-to-play version are actually located within North America, are going to also be located, as opposed to being located in North America, they are going to be located in South Korea, which means that if you have a ping of like 20, 30, 40 on the buy-to-play Astellia Online version, you're going to have a ping of 200 to 300 on the free-to-play Astellia Royal version. Now, it is not currently confirmed whether or not the developers are going to merge the buy-to-play version of Astellia Online with the free-to-play version of Astellia Royal, or if they're planning on keeping them running concurrently alongside one another. But if you think about it, it would probably be a lot cheaper to just shut the buy-to-play version down and keep the free-to-play version running. Now, currently, there are 3 different servers, 2 servers for South Korean players and 1 server for North American players. However, once again, the North American server is still located within South Korea like all of the servers are. There is no official confirmation of a European server or any other server outside of South Korea. And I have heard that the 200 to 300-ish ping isn't terrible if you're playing the game from outside of South Korea. But I mean, if you try to play the game competitively in any form, you're going to fail up against someone who has like 20 or 30 ping. That is guaranteed. Now, Astellia Royal does actually feature a few differences to the Astellia Online version. For one, the game is completely free to play. Astellia Online is buy to play. It has been buy to play forever since it launched within North America and Europe. As this is going to be free to play, the content was changed to make up for that. They have went ahead here and introduced open world PvP. So if you're not a fan of being ganked out in the open world, then this is probably not going to appeal to you. They claim that there is a ton of updated content when in fact the updated content are more like small little tweaks made. Like, granted, there is going to be new content introduced with Astellia Royal, but it isn't even as large as like a DLC or an expansion. It is really small, like a small little update. They have actually reduced the rate at which you will level up your character, which means that the game has become much grindier, and it was already a little bit grindy as it was. The leveling experience in Astellia Online was really boring. They made alterations to the dungeon refill tickets, and this is probably one of the biggest influences of pay to win on the game, and that is that the gear that you upgrade is actually capable of breaking now when you upgrade it. So as you continue to upgrade your gear, it has a higher chance of breaking. That is I mean, for those of you that play Black Desert Online, this is probably going to give you PTSD. Now, the only reason I can see this actually being introduced as a feature is if they plan on adding an item into the cash shop that prevents your gear from breaking when you fail to enhance it. And if that's the case, then it is going to be even more pay to win than I thought. The pay to win in this game is going to be very, very prevalent. It is going to run absolutely rampant. One thing that is worth noting, though, a very positive thing, is that there is going to be no censorship in the game. I remember that they did go ahead and censor some of the outfits and some of the character models when it was introduced to North America. They are removing the level requirements for gear, which is really weird. I'm not sure why that's a thing. And there are a few other small additions to the game, but this is an insult to the players that purchased Astellia Online. They purchased this game thinking, like, Who here remembers Bless Online? When Bless Online initially launched onto Steam, they had founders packs that were what, $50, $100, $150. People bought this game thinking that the game was going to be buy to play forever. Then they went ahead here and they just slapped you in the face, making the game free to play, just royally screwing over everyone that invested any money into it. And then they shut the game down after they made a ton of money, and here we are now with Bless Unleashed. But you know what, this is regarding Astellia. Astellia Online was originally free to play in South Korea. They went ahead and they made it buy to play in North America and Europe, and now they are re-releasing the game globally, and it is going to be free to play. So this is a slap in the face to anyone who bought the founders packs, anyone who supported the game by purchasing it, as the game is going to be completely free to play everywhere, and no one is going to want to play the buy to play version. Like, who would willingly spend money on it knowing that all the players are going to migrate over to the free to play version of the game anyway? Like, we don't even know how much longer the buy to play Astellia Online version is going to be actively updated. Ugh, I don't know, guys. This to me, like, I cannot believe that we are still actively buying these games. Like, why are we still supporting these developers again? Why are we still purchasing these founders packs? Why are we still under the impression that they care? They don't. They release a game, it's buy to play, they screw us over, release it free to play, they make as much money as they can from it, and that's it. The game disappears. Just like Astellia is going to. But I don't know, like, what do you guys, I can't believe how little respect they show to their players. But guys, what do you think? I think that it's detestable, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video. This is disgusting and just disrespectful, but that's just my opinion. I would like to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you guys think this is acceptable or not? Let me know and let's talk about it. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh.